Here are the most insane things that happened at my boarding school that I thought were normal until I left. And once I told people, realized they were not normal at all. Ignore the fact that I ran into a door. For context, I grew up in California but went to boarding school in Boston. So already it was quite a culture shock. If anybody ever got into trouble, they would be sent to this thing called a disciplinary committee, which was basically this committee of students and teacher who would decide your fate and what punishment you would get. I feel like that is pretty normal, but the crazy thing is after any disciplinary committee, there'd be a DC statement that basically said exactly what happened. And then that statement would be read to the entire school at morning assembly. Like if 2 students were caught canoodling on the soccer field, because that was also something that we would do because there was not a lot of places to do it, that would be read to the entire school. Another note on how people were disciplined, interesting standard that we had was the punishment that you would get for things like alcohol and other substances was actually a lower punishment if you were caught plagiarizing. This day, it has made me so scared of plagiarizing or copying other people's work. There was this website called Chegg that would kind of summarize books for you if you didn't have time to read them or sort of answer essay questions. Even if I deigned open that website, it would be on my phone, not on the school Wi-Fi, and in incognito mode. The other thing that was crazy in retrospect was our senior superlatives. I feel like it's pretty common for yearbooks to vote on different things, like most likely to be on reality TV, etc., etc. We had senior superlatives, but we literally had a senior superlative that was best looking and best body. So the entire senior class would vote on which girl and which guy was the best looking and had the best body. In our year, one of the guys won both best looking and best body, and they made him choose which one he was going to accept. A note of competitiveness, our school was extremely competitive when it came to academics. And to this day, my hardest classes were in high school. College to me was a complete breeze. By the way, these Urban Decay Glide-On eye pencils are so nice. I use the color Tootsie, and then I go on top of it a little bit higher to make like a gradient with Cool Coyote. But our school was so competitive when it came to colleges. So much concern around people's mental health when college decisions came out. I know a lot of schools do that thing where you wear college you got into's t-shirts. Once admissions decisions came out, you were not supposed to do that. It was basically not allowed. I'll never forget when one girl who got into brown wore her brown t-shirt to school that day. Someone literally went up to her to tell her to take it off because that's how offensive it was seen.